Warning: you could be at risk of developing a deadly disease that will slowly eat away your body and mind. You could be losing a lifelong battle and not even realize that it's happening. Hi, I'm Daniel, and right now I want you to picture what your life would be like if you couldn't recognize the faces of your friends and family, and how it would feel to forget all the things that make you smile and bring you joy. This is reality for more than 5 million Americans who are currently suffering from Alzheimer's disease, one of many types of dementia that causes memory loss and several other problems related to memory, overall thinking, and behavior. These diseases start out slow with symptoms that get progressively worse and become so severe that they can interfere with daily life. It's like getting stuck in quicksand and seeing yourself slowly sinking into it, but there's nothing you can do about it. The effects are irreversible. Alzheimer's and many other types of dementia gradually wear down the mind and eventually affects the people around you. As these diseases progress through their stages, daily tasks become more difficult to accomplish on your own. Something as simple as eating or even speaking may become a problem. You will end up relying on others to help carry out your daily needs, putting a huge burden on their shoulders. Now, if I'm frightening you a little bit, then good, because I want you to know that 1 in 3 seniors die with Alzheimer's or another form of dementia. And there's almost nothing you can do about some of the symptoms, such as increased difficulty in completing simple tasks at home, like brushing your teeth or eating, trouble with concentrating and keeping track of certain tasks, confusion with where you are and eventually who you are, drastic changes in mood and personality, and memory loss and difficulty in retaining information. The effects of Alzheimer's and other dementia slowly creep up on you and can lead to permanent damage without many signs. If you are not a senior, then you might be thinking, oh, that can't happen to me. These diseases are only for people over the age of 65. But let me tell you this. Around 5% of the 5 million who suffer from Alzheimer's and dementia are under the age of 65. That means around 250,000 people have early onset Alzheimer's and dementia who are in their 50s, 40s, and even in their 30s. And every 68 seconds, a new person develops one of these diseases. Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia are only a few of many brain-related conditions that can cause these debilitating effects. There are several other conditions that can be developed which can lead to Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. These include amnesia, strokes, and other conditions related to the brain. So how do these brain conditions develop? Experts have linked it to complex interactions that include multiple factors which are related to age, genetics, lifestyle, and existing medical conditions. It's also connected to how much you are challenging your brain to learn new things and your overall usage of it. Now, I wish I could tell you a quick solution for a way to completely stop the effects of Alzheimer's, dementia, and other types of brain conditions. But in reality, there isn't a clear way yet. And if you're worried that you might be at risk of developing one of these brain conditions, or if you know of someone who lost function in part of their brain from a stroke or accident, then I'm convinced that this short video will help you or another loved one regain control of the ongoing struggle against these diseases. Scientists have not found a concrete cure for the diseases, but have found ways to help reduce your chances and aid in recovery from these brain conditions. In this video, I'll be giving you a secret way to help reduce your chances of being affected by these brain conditions, show you how it can potentially help fix brain damage from head injuries or strokes that lead to dementia, and give you an example of how a 70-year-old can still move like they're 20 using this method. Who am I to tell you this? My name is Daniel Tran, and I'm not a doctor. In fact, I'm just a regular guy who just recently found out about the many dangers of Alzheimer's and other brain diseases that I'm at risk of. Only now to realize that what I've been doing for over half my life has given me a better chance of avoiding these diseases altogether. This one thing has helped me in so many aspects of my life, both mentally and physically. What is it, you ask? The answer might surprise you. It's this. Eskrima is a martial art originating from the Philippines that focuses on all aspects of combat. Whether that be weapons or unarmed, practitioners learn to interchange weaponry depending on its availability and can use their skills with or without a weapon. It's a martial art that is age-friendly, since many of the techniques are based off of economy of motion, meaning that the moves derive their power from using the whole body and technique and don't rely on pure strength or speed. This means that anybody can learn Eskrima effectively. Men, women, and children of all ages practice Eskrima and have done so with amazing results. Recognize him? If you know anything about Eskrima or martial arts in general, you would know who this person is. He's the legendary Guro Dan. Guro Dan has been the leading figure of Jeet Kune Do ever since the death of Bruce Lee, and is well versed in many different styles of martial arts. Guro Dan has been training in Eskrima and many other styles for practically his whole life. He's very active even though he's in his late 70s and is still able to keep up with people who are in their 20s. He's the perfect example of how Eskrima training can improve strength and flexibility, balance and coordination, awareness and control, cardio and conditioning, and brain function. You're probably asking yourself, brain function, how does Eskrima apply to that? In Eskrima, double stick training is considered to be one of the most valuable parts of a student's practice. Not only does this training help build coordination, strength, etc., it has a huge impact on the brain. Double stick training is closely linked to playing piano, guitar, or even typing on a keyboard, because these activities build strong links to both sides of the brain and help with creating new cells that keep the brain healthy. This is important because the majority of the time we spend during the day at school or at work, we use the left side of our brain to analyze, memorize, and to focus on completing tasks quickly without much thought. The right side controls emotion and innovation to help look at things in a different way. We rarely get a chance to work the right side, which is used for problem solving and more creative purposes. We tend to use the left side more because it's very linear in its approach to objectives and can be accessed easier than the right side. A good example of this is, the left side of the brain would tell you how to do something, while the right side would question it. This is linked to Eskrima's double stick training because through Eskrima's cross-body motions and techniques that force the practitioner to be coordinated with both hands simultaneously, both the left and right sides of the brain are worked at the same time to help promote and build strong links. These links become even stronger when certain footwork and leg movements are used in conjunction with what the hands are doing. Eskrima training is valuable to people of all ages and can be practiced alone or with a partner. That's why it's important right now for you to take this opportunity and get yourself started with your own Eskrima double stick training. You have a chance right now to see how Eskrima can give you these benefits through this DVD. The Sinawali Encyclopedia is one of the most comprehensive and diverse collections of double stick strike flow patterns. It includes over 90 different Sinawali or strike flow drills that can be practiced with a partner and solo to challenge yourself. These drills range from beginner level patterns to more complex ones that can even challenge an experienced practitioner. Go ahead and click below to get your copy today. You don't have to be in shape or have any sort of prior experience to gain these benefits from Eskrima. I know I didn't when I first started out, and I was only 9 when I first started swinging the stick. I've taught and had training partners who are all in different age groups, ranging from young kids to people who are in their 60s and 70s that keep themselves active because of Eskrima. They can tell you that they've gained so many of these benefits from their double stick training and learning more about the art. Don't take my word for it. Guro Dan gave an example of how powerful double stick training can be. He told a story at a seminar about a student of his who had a brain injury and suffered from amnesia. The student couldn't remember his family or who he was until he practiced some of the double stick techniques that he had known before the accident. Slowly, the memory of his loved ones started coming back to him, and he was able to remember who he was. This is one example of how learning Eskrima and its double stick exercises help with brain functionality, but can also give you a way to move your body and stay in shape. Try it 100% risk-free for 60 days. If you don't feel like you've been challenged, learned anything new, or are not seeing any of these benefits after 60 days, feel free to send it back for a full refund. I encourage you to try this DVD out and see all the benefits for yourself. That's why I'm giving you this money-back guarantee. Click below to get started with your double stick training now. If you don't take advantage of this now, you'll be missing a huge opportunity that could potentially change your life. You'll be losing all the benefits that Eskrima can offer you. Click below before it's too late to regret what you could have done.